This is a remarkable film, and I was surprised by how much I liked it. Being somebody who's never really cared about Winnie the Pooh, even as a kid, I really didn't have high expectations, but you know what? Screw it. I loved this movie. This movie actually made me realize what the character is all about and made me kind of fall in love with the world of Pooh Bear in a way. As childish and irrelevant as I thought all of this once was, Christopher Robin as a film brought me completely into this world of whimsy and harmless fun in a way that I really wouldn't have thought beforehand. The filmmakers clearly knew the characters inside and out, and it made me appreciate it all the more. But I also love that Pooh Bear is kind of a dumb fuck. Like, he's cute and funny and how stupid and curious he can be. And there's some legit good comedy here too, as he plays against the realities of the world around him. Like, he asks this dumbest shit, and I kind of love it. There's this beautiful wiseness to the tale though, and the character of Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin has a certain profoundness there. It's all surprisingly very mature for something so inherently childish. And maybe that's the point. I feel like this was kind of more secretly a movie for adults. This is definitely a story with a moral about what's important and the balance of life and work. It clearly has things to say about life and what to do with it, and there's a stark contrast between maturity and letting loose that we see both sides of here. And in that, I feel like Christopher Robin is kind of a movie trying to do a good thing, letting adults know that it's okay to chill for a sec. That work might be important, but the play side of life is vital too. That all being said though, this is definitely a movie for all ages, and to the core, there's plenty of silly adventure stuff for kids to like too. I just appreciated that there was a bit more substance to it behind its surface level fun. The lessons to be learned from this film also give it an overwhelmingly wholesome feel. Christopher Robin felt genuine, and I think that it all has something to do with the fact that it also had kind of a melancholic undertone to it all. Christopher Robin could at times be kind of a sad and even dark movie, and I love that for it. The themes throughout run strong, and along with that, the particular moody artistic look that it had going for it even made the movie feel kind of creepy. And as crazy as it sounds, this helped with making a wondrous fairy tale sort of movie about Winnie the Pooh feel more grounded. Another thing that made this stupid Pooh Bear movie look more grounded was its execution in how it was shot. It's just kind of creative, it's interesting camera work, and the live action look was admirable. I appreciate the efforts behind it. It felt like it had to be that way to really hit home what the movie was trying to say. This moral lesson though felt a little bit hypocritical coming from Hollywood. Like, you know, it's easy for Ewan McGregor to say fuck your job and just do nothing and spend time with your family, and it kind of pissed me off a bit as I watched, to be honest. I was impressed by Ewan McGregor playing well with this mixed up role. He pulls off the serious man with a lack of happiness as he plays a straight man to the shenanigans around him, but he is also very believable when playing the looser, more cheerful side of the character too. My only real complaint behind this film is that it kind of went off the deep end just a little bit for me nearing the end. The third act for me was where it lost its patience and maturity, and rather than feeling like it was a film about the characters while having genuine criticism of the structure of Western cultured life, it instead chose to just leave its remaining focus on what was mostly a cartoony adventure based around the retrieval of a literary MacGuffin that the characters are after for a preconceived reason. It just kind of dumbed itself down, and I was a bit disappointed, but not surprised by this. I guess the excuse is that this is a kids movie. But seriously, in the end, this is all round great. It had mature and interesting themes wrapped up under a fun and childish surface. Some very simple but very effective comedy, and honestly, ultimately, this movie also had this certain sense of simplistic beauty. In its calm approach, it achieves in making you think, which is always a good thing. Christopher Robin made me think about growing up, jobs in life, relationships, responsibility, fun, and so on. And I think that those are important things to think about, and I was surprised, but I loved Christopher Robin.